Hello, I'm Keith Allred, the founder and president of the Common Interest. On November 19th, the 146th anniversary of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, the Common Interest marked its 5th anniversary. That's 5 years since we launched our efforts to put practical solutions ahead of special interest and partisan politics. To commemorate our anniversary, we've produced a 3-part video. In this first part, we take stock of our accomplishments. In the second part, we explore how we've come as far as we have. In the third, we describe our bold vision for the future and how we'll get there. Over the last 5 years, we've accomplished some extraordinary things. I think of these accomplishments in 5 categories. First, we have an extraordinary membership made up of concerned Idaho citizens. When you joined the Common Interest, you committed to giving us your best thinking. You've honored that commitment. And our membership is growing. We're now nearing the 1,500 member milestone. That's 1,500 Republicans, Democrats, and Independents from every legislative district in Idaho. Our organization hasn't spent much on recruitment. Instead, this impressive growth is due largely to our individual members, to your enthusiasm and your efforts to spread the word to friends and family. Second, we've produced 9 policy briefs on the issues that you've said are the most important to you. Legislators, members of the press, lobbyists tell us that our briefs are excellent. We've established a pattern for producing them. We gather the best available evidence regarding the issue. We conduct independent analyses, and we work hard to give the fullest and fairest expression to competing perspectives. As a result, our policy briefs are high quality, the kind of quality information you deserve when you've committed your time and effort to offering your judgment on these critical issues. Third, we've had an impressive record of legislative victories. I think this is one of our most important achievements. After all, it's what we set out to do, to put practical solutions ahead of special interest and partisan politics. Honestly, I thought we'd need more members and a longer lead time to make as big of a difference in the hurly-burly of legislative politics as we already have. But I underestimated the combined power of sound policy briefs and your good thinking. It's this combination that is our real power in the legislature. We bring the voices of 1,500 citizens who fully inform themselves into the legislative process. When I stand up in committee meetings to testify that after 200 of our members review a given issue, 80% of them think that the state should do X, and then a special interest gets up to say that they think the state should do Y, we prevail about half the time. Altogether, our members have spent over 2,000 hours reviewing the briefs and sharing their views. It's your sound thinking that trumps special interest influence and partisanship. It's a real privilege for me to give your thinking the strongest and most effective expression I can, and a great satisfaction to see how often your thinking prevails. To my mind, our single biggest legislative accomplishment has been pegging the homeowners exemption to the Idaho House Price Index. Based on our analysis, members of the Common Interest concluded that the property tax burden had been unfairly shifted off of commercial and agricultural property and onto homeowners over a period of about 25 years. In 2006, we proposed to correct that inequity by indexing the exemption to the Idaho House Price Index. Although the most powerful special interest in the state, including the big business and agricultural lobby, were arrayed against us, our measure carried overwhelmingly in both houses of the legislature. As a result of the index, the exemption has increased from $75,000 to now over $100,000. For most homeowners, this means you're now paying a couple of $100s per year less in property taxes because of our work. Looking to the future, it means that you won't pay an inequitable share of property tax again. We've had other major legislative victories. We led the effort that changed the rules that allowed committees in the Idaho House and Senate to close their meetings to the public for any reason. Now, committee meetings can't close their doors for any reason, only for certain specified and rare circumstances, such as to discuss litigation or security matters. Working cooperatively with legislative leadership, the Common Interest actually wrote most of the language for the new rules. We also got 3 bills passed that provide practical protection for property rights against abuse of the government's power of eminent domain. Although the bills were not our idea, they were languishing and headed for defeat until we came out in their support. In addition to getting these laws passed, we've also played pivotal roles in defeating measures that our members opposed. In 2007, we helped defeat a bill in which the Republican Party tried to close primary elections to independent voters. In 2008, we helped defeat a bill to build a large private prison in Idaho, a bill that was being promoted by private prison companies. Last session, we helped defeat an effort to raise car and pickup registration fees by 138%, while raising heavy truck fees by only 5%. The evidence we gathered for our briefs showed that car and pickup owners already overpaid and heavy truck owners already underpaid their responsibility for wear and tear on our roads. Our members' strong opposition to the proposal, which would have significantly amplified this already existing inequity, completely changed a debate that had been dominated by the trucking industry until we became involved.